Hello again. Today is July 12th, 2025, and here is the next pairing video. It is Noah, the blonde on the left, and Bambi, pink hair on the right. Their pairing name is called bunline. So bunline comes from a word in Korean that means pretty. So taking that word is like just one character out of that word pretty and then calling them the line, right? So that's their line, and so they ended up being the pairing name bunline. And so I remember that time happened during a live stream when it was just the two of them, and a fan said, "Oh, you guys are so pretty. You're so pretty," just saying that word. And then I think it was Noah that said, "Oh yeah, we are very pretty. We should call ourselves bunline, aka like a shortened form of saying we're the pretty line." So I think that's how it started. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I feel like, yeah, it was from a fan just saying how pretty they were, just the two of them together, and so that just stuck. It's just the fans make the names for all their duo names, and that has stuck, and they have, I don't think, has ever had any other name besides being called Bunline. So I do think it's very interesting. But in all honesty, if we had to compare all five members of who are the two that are like the prettiest, like they definitely look pretty, I think Noah and Bambi, these two guys, they definitely look, when you see them, they definitely look pretty. Unlike how the other guys, they're more manly and handsome, right? You guys get me, right? I'm not saying Noah and Bambi are not handsome, but they definitely are more on the pretty side. And so I do think that's a very suitable name for them to be called the pretty line. So here we are, the bun line, and I I think I think the relationship is very interesting. And so as I said before in the Yattaja one, Pambi and Uno. So Pambi was brought into play because of Uno. So he only knows Uno in play, while the other four guys, they're all new to him. And so how does Bambi get along with the other three guys for the first time? And so I already talked about how he is with him and Hami, and I do believe because of them being choreographers together, that definitely improved their friendship a lot. But then when it goes to the other guys, who are Noah and Yejun, and Noah and Yejun are both older than Bambi, and I do think that plays a part in how they go about their relationship, and Bambi being younger than them. And so one thing I like to see of Bambi is that he is so respectful to anyone who is older than him. And so even though he's still getting to know them, and we're gonna they're gonna be in this group together, so he has to be able to get close to them, right? But regardless, because of Noah and Yejun being older than him, he still kind of has he puts like some distance. Yeah, he puts some distance between them and him, because it's just not common to see that of a younger person trying to be really close to someone older than them. I think Uno would do that. I think maybe, I wonder how he was meeting Noah and Yejin for the first time. I'm sure Uno would is such the extrovert that he can warm up to people really well, even if they are older than them. So I think that's Uno's character, that he can do that. But then with Bambi, he is so shy when it comes to meeting new people. And definitely, now that I see how he was acting with Noah and Yejun, I do believe not only does he take time to get to know people, and to get close to strangers, but if you are older than him, he would even put more space between you, and like he would not want to, disrespect you, and just he knows his place as, like, I'm younger than you, and so I'm not gonna step over the line, and I would become close with you if you want to be close to me, but I'm not the one to step forward and get close to you. You guys get me? So I do think Bambi is very his character is very unique like that. And so with him having to try to get along with the other three guys in play, thankfully it's only three and not more than that. I wonder how Bambi would be if it was a lot of guys, but it's only these three guys. And I think Hamin being younger than Bambi, I think that just gradually got close with him just naturally, because he's older than him, but also working on choreography together, I felt that was just very natural, they would get closer. And so with Noah and Yejun, I would like to believe Bambi had the toughest time with them. And so as we go through this timeline, here is the first live stream that Bambi and Noah do together. And this was done in February 15, 2023. So pre-debut and a few days after Noah's birthday. And so this was their first time doing a live stream together. And overall, if I can remember from this, I think this was when Noah stopped his concept. So he was, but he wasn't being super silly yet. Not super silly yet, but he was definitely being more himself at this time, which I like to see. And then the thing is, like, Bambi still was clearly showing he's not super comfortable yet. We're still getting to know each other, but also doing live streams is still trying to get to know each other. And so I don't think they did a lot in this live show. Oh yeah, they talked about the dancing between Bambi and Hami. So they talked about the dancing, and then Bambi teaches some dancing to Noah. Oh, and then they I remember back in the day they had this thing where they could draw in the air. Yeah, they had a lot of magical powers back in the day, but we don't see it anymore these days. But yeah, the tech team, again, they were very, very impressive. All these things they could do. And so I do remember they did some dancing. Yeah, I think this is them trying to do some dancing. Or maybe just warming up, I don't know. So yeah, I'm pretty sure they did some dancing, and then they did, oh yeah, they played Pikachu volleyball together as well. I don't remember this being super silly. Yeah, I think Noah was still, like, controlling his competitiveness. Like, these days, whenever they play games, like, Noah takes it super seriously. And so back in this day, he wasn't he was still shy and not being super serious yet. So I don't remember this game being anything competitive or silly. And then they sing karaoke for a while, which I thought was nice. And that's it. It was a very, very simple live stream. I don't remember them talking about anything about each other, or like yeah. So as you can see there, like, Bambi looking kind of awkward, not awkward, but like, he's not showing he's super close to Noah, right? So she's just being there and just going about the show, and Noah but I do believe they're singing at this time, but I can't turn it on because of copyright. But I do believe, yeah, he's just enjoying the singing, but he's still what's the word? He's still I forgot the word. He's still, not open, right? He's still closed. Yeah, he's still closed, and still getting used to it. And so I do think, yeah, that's because he really does take more time to get close with Noah and Yejin. And we'll talk about Yejin in another video later. But yeah, so I do find it interesting. In the beginning, they were still getting used to each other, but overall, it was an okay live stream. I remember it just being okay. Yeah, it's been a while since I last saw this, but I can't remember anything super memorable. It's just they were still in the beginning stages and still getting used to each other. Yeah, so that's all I can remember from that. And so the next live stream. This live stream, as you can see, look, oh my gosh. So I've turned on the subtitles, but I need to translate more what to get to. So okay. So the word in Korean, it means your chest, but it also could mean breast as well. Yeah, so it's the same thing, but I know in English we say very differently, chest and breast, of course. I mean, they could be seen as the same word as well, of course, but I think calling it breast to a man is not is it's more weird, right? And so anyways, I'll get to that in 1 second. So this live stream is from December 14, 2023. So this was 10 months later since their first live stream together. And they did do some duo live streams in between that time, but this live stream was a funny one because it says in the title it's been 7 years since we last saw them do a live stream together, but it's not 7 years. They were making fun of it, of like, wow, it's been like a really long time since you and me, Bambi and Noah did a live stream together. So they were saying that in this one video, and then Bambi is like, yeah, it's been like 7 years, and then Noah's like, what, we've only debuted for less than a year. so it was really funny. And so that's why it says in the title, it's been 7 years since we last saw their live stream together. And so yeah, that's a good point. Like Noah and Bambi do not have many duo live streams together. I don't know why. It just happened that way. That when they do their scheduling, I don't think they go about like each person has to do equal amount of live streams. I don't think they ever go about it that way. I think they go about the availability of everyone. And also there were some live streams where like members had to or members couldn't make it because they were sick or had something come up. And so it's always random how their live stream schedule is, and I don't think they ever go about it that it's evenly split up between them. And so just very funnily, just Noah and Bambi, I think they have the least live streams together, I guess, because I'm sure it was like a long time, like more than 5 months since they last did a live stream together. And so anyways, so when I was looking through all their live streams together, I couldn't really find anywhere I think was like very significant that I could talk about until this one. So this one during the Merry Christmas era, and so this is one of the live streams I've liked to see of them. But I also can talk more about their relationship and what I like and how they develop. And so as we can see here, don't they look so much closer than they were in the first live stream? And look, Bambi is clearly like he's putting his arm on Noah's chair, like leaning there, and then I'll go back to what they were talking about Bambi's chest, and so you clearly can see now they've already done like 3 singles together and into Merry Christmas, and so they are totally getting more comfortable all the way through ever since their debut day. They all members have been becoming closer with each other, and so it's really nice to see with Bambi because he has 3 other people that he has to get close with in a short amount of time. But it's really impressive to me that they are able to really become such close buddies and working together so quickly and so tight knit. It's really touching to me. And so when I see the progress with Bambi in particular, and Hamin as well, because he also had 3 people that he had to learn to be closer with, and so just seeing how everyone got along so well and so quickly just really it always touches my heart. And so let me rewind a bit, because I think this is one of the funniest things about Noah. So I think Noah is like Bambi's fanboy at this point, and so I think I've said this before. I think Hamin is Bambi's biggest fanboy. I mean, he loves on him and dotes on him so much compared to the other members. But now that I think about it, everyone in play except for Uno. I can't say Uno is a fanboy of Bambi. He's just, they're just close buddies, and he likes to he definitely likes to show his love to Bambi, but I feel like the other members really show that they fanboy towards Bambi, while Uno doesn't do that. And so anyways, I feel like Noah so his type of fanboying to Bambi is so unique, because every time I see Noah talk about Bambi, 90% of the time he talks about Bambi's chest. and so like, I don't know how it happens, but they will be talking about something, and whatever the topic is, suddenly Noah brings up, like I don't know how it happened, but it does connect with the original topic. But somehow Noah brings up, it's like, that reminds me, Bambi's chest is so big. And so it really cracks me up. Like, at any moment we would hear Noah talk about how much he likes Bambi's chest. So like, he always mentions it, because he is so impressed with how big it is, and like he cannot get over like he can't stop thinking about it. That's why he would randomly bring it up, like that reminds him of, like, oh my gosh, Bambi's chest is so big. And so as they're talking about here, to talk about exercising and like how they're improving on their bodies and stuff, and like I really appreciate how they're definitely into exercising, because they get sick so often and so easily. So I do believe that's why they're so diligent to exercise, because they don't want to get sick anymore. And I totally agree. So they got to exercise and also eat well, and so they're always doing their best. But of course, getting sick is inevitable, even no matter how well we take care of our bodies. I mean, I'm one to talk. Like, I got injured when I thought I was perfectly fine, but I still get injured. And so anyways, but I definitely think if I do exercise more, I think I could prevent this injury. And so anyways, so right, so they're talking about exercising, and then Uno dancing in the shower. I don't know. They're just because they want Uno to improve on his dancing. So I think Noah said to him, practice your dancing in the shower. It really helps. And so they're talking about that. But then I don't know when it happens where like Noah mentions about Bambi's chest. And so anyways, but it's somewhere in this moment. And so anyways, so when I was watching their old live streams when I was beginning to be their fan, it just always cracked me up. I can't believe how many times Noah talks about Bombi's chest. He is just so obsessed. He's so obsessed with it. But then Noah says, I think Bombi's chest is like the same size as me. Like Noah definitely likes how his body is, but these days he's been slacking on his exercise, but he's back to exercising now. But he definitely likes Bombi's chest, and he feels like his chest is the same level as his, but I don't know. So so anyway, so Noah acts like just Bombi's fanboy, and so he just really likes to compliment how Bombi's body is, and like everything that he does that's so well. He also likes to compliment his singing and dancing, of course, and so I just feel like Noah's is really funny like that. Whenever he compliments Bombi, is really hilarious to me. So, anyways, so that was that moment about, and so in the automatic translations, which I'm sure this is of the English subtitles, they translate it as breast, which is the correct translation of the Korean word, but that Korean word means breast and chest, but there's no gender specific thing about it, right? And so yeah, to when we say it to a guy, we would say their chest, not their breast, right? And so that's all. I just want to comment on that when you see translations like that. Anyways, um so let me go back to what I was saying. So this live stream, it's been a very long time since we saw Bombi and Noah do one. And so yeah, so here when they talk about exercising, I also think that's very cute. I don't think they talk about exercising together often, but later in 2024. Oh, sorry, this live stream is from 2023. I can't remember if I said 2024. So this live stream is December 2023. I can't remember. So anyways, later in 2024, they talk about sometimes exercising together, which I think is very nice, because Bambi doesn't usually exercise with the members, but eventually he does start exercising with them, which I find very interesting. So I don't know what's going on with that, if Bambi like prefers to do it alone, or maybe he's too shy to ask the members to exercise with him. I don't know. And so seeing them talk about exercising here is very nice to see, because they Bambi doesn't usually exercise with the guys, and so that's very nice. And so why I like this broadcast is that they just do silly things together. They talk about the Merry Christmas dance, and then they do the dance challenge. I forgot the first snow dance challenge together, but they struggle with that, which I thought was pretty funny. But then they play this game that I thought was so adorable. So I always wonder why they never play a Kirby game, but finally they play a Kirby game, because Bombi, being the pink hair guy, he totally looks like a Kirby. And so I was very happy to see that they finally play a Kirby game together. So Noah on the right, he's the yellow one, because he has yellow hair, and then Bombi, of course, is the pink Kirby. And so they play this game together, but it's a very simple game. It's just like racing, and then trying to like get all the strawberries. And so it's nothing, what's the word, it's a very straightforward game, but I do enjoy their competitiveness, because they play against computer AI players as well. And so when a computer wins, they get mad about it, and it's like, oh no, how could they beat us? And so sadly they're not super good at this game, even though it's a very straightforward game, but they sadly were not very good at it. But I did enjoy seeing them finally play a Kirby game, and sadly this was the first and last time we ever see them play a Kirby game. I really wonder, are they really not gonna keep playing Kirby games, because it's definitely so cute to see them play it. But I don't know. This seems like the first and last time it will happen. But I really did enjoy seeing them play this Kirby game. I thought it was very cute, and so going into their friendship together, I do feel like they grow. They definitely look so much closer than they were in their first live stream. But then going into 2024 and now into 2025, they definitely keep getting closer and closer to each other. And so going to the next live stream, this is from March 25th, 2024. So Wait for Love came out a month ago, and so they do this live stream together, and they I feel like this shows more of their closeness, because they play this scary game together. Oh no, before that they do the fan chant for Pixel World, and I do think the way they go, and then Bombi teaches Noah more dance challenges and stuff. And so when I was watching this, I can feel they're more comfortable with each other. And also, yeah, this is after their first anniversary live stream when they were all like very very emotional reading their letters to each other. So that was a really emotional thing to see. And so after all that happened, and so now here we are with Noah and Bambi live stream. So I think after their first anniversary live stream, overall everyone got a lot closer. Like Noah was so emotional seeing Bambi cry. Oh my gosh, that's right. So that made me emotional because Noah said I wasn't gonna cry, but then seeing Bambi cry really makes me cry. And so even though they didn't know each other before play, but that shows to me how deeply Noah now really cares about Bambi and how much close he got with him, right? That seeing Bambi cry makes him cry. And so that just really hurt my heart, but also touches me because because Noah definitely really likes Bambi a lot, so that really touches me. And so after that happened, now they do this live stream together, and I could just clearly see them just be a lot closer with each other. They're more comfortable, and just overall the way that they talk with each other, it feels so comfortable. I didn't think it would ever happen, but it's so nice to see them be so comfortable with each other, especially Bambi. He kept some distance with Noah because he's older than him, but I do feel that he's slowly breaking that wall down. Like at this point, given it's only a year since Plave debut, I still feel like he has that wall of like I still respect you as an older bro, and not super comfortable yet. But going into like end of 2024 into 2025, he's totally broken that wall, and so we'll talk about that later. And so, as they're going about this live stream, I thought it was very cute them doing the fan chant and then the dance challenges. Yeah, the dance challenges they do here. So everything is just super chill and super fun. It's really nice to see like Noah does respect Bambi as well as like a dance teacher. So I really like to see their relationship has really grown that way. And then they play the scary game. Okay, so I do warn that this is kind of scary. Okay, when they're in the hospital, it's not super scary, but later when they're in this scary hotel room, so here it's more scary. I don't want to show it, but this is really 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 scary. So like I just know from listening to it, but I didn't see it. But it's too scary. Okay, so just FYI, it is pretty scary. The hospital is not terrible. But there's a scene here where either Yejun or Uno surprises them. I forgot which one. So one of them surprises them in the middle of the stream, and then it shocks them a lot. So I think it's probably here because it says here most replayed. Yeah. Any moment now. Any moment now. Yeah. No, not. Yeah. There we go. Okay. And the subtitles is not good. Okay, I'll turn it off. So out of nowhere, someone scares them. Maybe I could listen to it then. So they get super scared because someone surprises them. Either Yejun or Uno. I forgot who it was. No, of course it was very scary. I mean, because they're playing a scary game, and then someone surprises you from behind. But them two are definitely scaredy cats. I mean, Yejun and Bambi are the biggest chicken, but then Noah as well is a chicken. I think it was Yejun. I can't hear him. For for some reason, I feel like it was Yejun. Wait. Okay. I don't know why, but for some reason, I feel like it was Yejun. But okay. Anyway, so yeah. So even seeing like silly things like that, but they are. Yeah, they just go about as like, oh, it's just whatever, and then they go about playing the game like nothing happens. Right. So yeah, but it was so funny. But then just seeing their teamwork, given both of them are quite scared, but while playing this game, I think Bambi was less scared than Noah. I think so. That's why I'm not sure who's the bigger chicken. Is it Bambi or Noah? But I feel like Bambi just has more bravery, I guess, in some sense. He's more brave while Noah is like yeah, he's not as brave to like go about the gaming, but anyways, so when they go about this teamwork, I just really feel like their friendship has definitely deepened a lot, and they can help each other and go through these things together. Is really nice to see. And so into the next live stream. So this is their latest radio together. So this was from April 7th, 2025. And isn't that so cute? I already can tell. Look how comfortable they are. This was about 1 year since the Wait for Love live stream we just saw. They're so comfortable with each other. So every time, so I wish no, we will. So later when I talk about the trio, when we get into the trio ones, what I like about each trio, we can talk more because they definitely show more of how much they develop their friendships because they do more trio live streams than they do duo live streams. And so for now though, I only want to talk about the duo. And then when we talk about the trios, it's just a different dynamic when we see them as a trio. But still, I'll talk about how each person develops their friendship with each one. And so, anyways, so at this point, Yejun, sorry, Bambi. So Bambi, I feel like he still respects his older bros as older bros. He's very but I really appreciate that about him. I feel like he's just like, if you're older than me, that's never gonna change. I'm always gonna be respectful to you. I feel like that's always gonna be the way he thinks of them, and it doesn't like, he can't really treat them as like a friend. While Uno and Hamin, they kind of treat them more like friends. But Bombi is like very strict about it. That he's very if you're older than me, it's just the way it is. I still have this respect for you. But sorry, I still have a respect for you. That's what I mean. And so even though Bombi still feels that way with Noah and Yejun, but he totally has broken the wall now because he makes fun of Yejun and Noah all the time. And so that is what showed to me that he has totally broken the wall now. And so recently in live streams, like Noah, for some reason, he keeps making fun of Bombi, but not teasing, but it's like any time when he thinks of a story, and then just like in the past where he always talks about Bombi's chest, but nowadays he doesn't talk about it that much anymore. But in any conversation, for some reason, he always brings up Bombi. I don't know why. I don't know why. And so that has happened so often now. Bombi even says it himself. He was saying, like, no, while Noah's saying the story, and then Bombi just says to Uno next to him, he's like, no. Uno says to Bombi, hey, at any moment Noah's gonna mention you. All right, just wait. Noah's gonna mention you, and then Bombi's like, yeah, I think you're gonna be right. And so they wait a little, and then suddenly Noah mentions Bombi, and they're like, oh my gosh, they're like, you're totally right. But they also expected that Noah, for some reason, he just loves talking about Bombi, but then also teasing him. And then when Noah does that to Bombi, and then there are times when Bombi is so comfortable with Noah that he just teases back at him as well. And so if ever you guys can watch their recent live streams, like, you can clearly see how their dynamic has changed, where they can tease and talk to each other often like that. And so I really like to see that. And so from this radio show, sadly, I can't remember what happens, but anytime when they talk with each other, it's very chill. But I do think Noah carries the conversation because Bombi is not a great talker, and so Noah carries the conversation, but he does it very naturally. He doesn't force himself. He's very natural about it, and so Bombi just follows the conversation according to what Noah does. So that's basically what happens, and they're super chill. They're just super chill. It's just Noah leading everything, and Bombi just going along with it. But Noah, of course, does his best to have Bombi talk more, respond more and stuff like that. So overall, them two are very chill guys. They are chill, but also I really appreciate seeing how close their friendship has grown, and even yeah, these days Noah, sorry, I think Bombi calls himself this. He's like, anytime there's a high note, Noah keeps telling me to sing it, and so it became his nickname, that Bombi is now the high note shuttle, where no matter what, at this point, Noah always would make Bombi sing high notes. And so that's kind of like another thing about their friendship, that Bombi is like, why does Noah keep doing this to me? But he like accepts it, and so it's like that kind of friendship is very, very cute. And yeah, so I always like to see how they develop in their friendship, and at this point, I feel like they have totally broken down the walls, but Bombi will always respect the older guys as so. But if you guys ever see the latest live stream where it has Yejun Noah and Bambi in it, but I'll talk about that in a trio video later. But watching that video really touches me because it really showed more that Bambi is so much more comfortable with Yejun and Noah now. And so after I saw that live stream, I'm like, oh, I'm so happy for Bambi. Like he still respects them. I don't know how to explain it, but I can still see that he still respects them a lot. But the wall of like we are so close now, even though we have an age gap, we are very close friends now. And so I really liked seeing that. And so those will be videos later when I could do the trio of them. And so for now, I still need to finish all these duo ones. And I think that's all to say. I think that's all to say. This is only 30 minutes long, which is crazy. I didn't think this would be such a short video because I really like Noah and Bambi together. They are just I don't know. It's just I just always like to see like friendships develop. I think that's probably my theme of when I really like a pairing is like it always touches me when I see their friendship develop. So maybe that's why I don't feel too much about Yejun and Noah, and also Bambi and Uno, because they're such long time friends, and I don't really see them develop a lot, like into like to the point of where like you guys get me? I don't know, but I still really like to see Bambi patience improve a lot with Uno. But in general, their friendship together, I feel like it's just still the same, and like nothing changed because they've been friends for such a long time. So yeah, I feel like that's why I feel that way. Like I always have a soft spot when I see people's friendship really develop, I guess. I don't know. So anyways, I'm getting tired. I'm getting tired, and I'm not sure can I really finish the rest of the pairing videos, because I was hoping I could finish it today. Because the thing is, it's not time for me to sleep yet. It's so early. I can't sleep yet, but I honestly do want to go to sleep soon, but it's way too early. So I think I just need to push through. I need to push through. I can do more pairing videos. I can do it. I need to make the time go faster. Okay. I can do it. All right. I will return again shortly.